Hello everybody, Arctic here, and welcome to a new survival adventure in Minecraft. This is not going to be an SMP, this is going to be solo. Now, due to how I focused and due to how I put everything together, this is going to be a mixture of voiceover and live capture. I do hope to kind of iron that out in future episodes. This was very much me getting back used to doing this, and I think when I loaded in, I was just very much distracted with getting going and didn't think about anything with the, hey, you need to talk. I do remember to do that later, just not right away. And there's a couple other times later on where the thought to talk just passes me. But so we started out just getting some wood, taking in the scenery. I was really impressed with this spawn, and I do talk about that a bit more on, so I'm going to try not to get into the details now, but really quick, just getting the basics, some wood. Was trying to get that pork and then decided to give up on it. Decided, there's a village nearby anyways, so I can just go over and raid that. So, really quickly, just make the basic stuff. And I'm not really in a hurry to speed run to the end and get everything that we need. I'm kind of taking this more at a casual rate, just getting stuff done in my own speed. I still want to get certain milestones and stuff done at each point, but I'm trying not to force myself to be like, I can't release a video until I've built a base. I can't release a video until I've done this. I can't really, I can't work on the next thing until I've done. No. I mean, I will try and set goals, and if I can't achieve them in the time it takes me to do one video, then okay, it takes me 2, it takes me 3, it takes me 4. I'm not going to try and force myself into a specific timeline of things when I can do things at my own rate. A lot of it might be accelerated, but not all of it. The real fun thing here is I started recording this around the 13th of December. I'm doing the voiceover at almost 4 in the morning Christmas Day. This shows just how much I let things get away from me. I'm going to try and... I'm hoping once we're past the holidays that shouldn't be as distracting, and I should be able to knuckle down and get out one video a week. I think this video will probably drop around the beginning of the year. I'm going to try and get it out on Friday. I got a little bit more I have planned for it, but I don't want to get into that because we're not even that far in. I'm just piecing everything together now and taking it easy. So yeah, just getting some cobblestone. Obviously, we need stuff for furnace. We need stuff for stone tools. The basic stuff to get us going until we get iron and then diamond. Well, I guess technically speaking, stuff like furnaces and stuff like that still require cobble anyways. Why I stuck my workbench over here, I don't know. It gets moved. I don't think I thought it through. I think I was just like, oh, quick, get this, get this, get this. All the basic stuff. I mean, even made a sword, which, is necessary, so it's beside the point. And furnace. In a moment, past me is going to go ahead and take over talking about things, so you're going to hear someone with same mic, different volume. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but enjoy. Right. There's some surface stuff over here. I've got some rough plans, but nothing heavily marked out. We'll see where we end up. I didn't really have much to go on until we loaded in, and I saw the nice spawn we got. But where we go from there is going to be heavily dependent on a lot of things. So we have enough to make some copper tools and some copper gear. So let's get that. So first we'll burn... Oh, wait. We should do this. I don't have any surface coal. So we'll make some charcoal instead. I'm gonna go get some more trees. Oh, spruce, which is one of my favorite wood types. We'll go get some of that really quick. Also chickens, that's good. I could probably, in a little bit, set up a rudimentary chicken farm. What I'm trying to do is get back in the swing of both content creation and, well, mainly recording and editing and other things. So I've got a couple things planned. I've got some horror games I want to play, both Vidus games and non-Vidus games. The one thing I want to get into as well is speedrunning, which is probably not a savor and enjoy this, but more a hurry up, go, go, go. But that's fine. Oh, actually. Are you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, I need to get my add-ons put on again. Wait. Oh. I thought that was a trapdoor initially. I thought they added something I didn't know about. I was about to be like, wait, what? Oh, that's a creeper. I think I'm going to claim this house. I was going to claim the other one. I'm going to claim this one for now, at least for a night or two. Once we're a little bit better off, we'll build our own. But we're not in a hurry. At the moment, the main things are have fun, do stuff that I keep wanting to do and not, which is basically record stuff. Try and get back in the swing of things. And if anything else happens, anything else happens. This is a really weird village. So, I think we're going to build our place over there. I need to go scout it, though, before I commit. But it looks nice and flat. But there's also these ice stuff, which I have some plans for as well. Like, I didn't pick this seed. This is a random seed and a random spawn. But I'm very much on board with it. It's not often that a random spawn has me going, nice. I was going to, so Infinity Craft is on its latest season. I was going to record it. And then I got so much done without recording that I felt like it wasn't worth recording, if that makes sense. I mean, I might do like a video on it, but I sort of advanced. I started out with like, I think I recorded a little bit and then made so much progress unrecorded that I just looked back at it and was like, well, now what? Which is kind of par for the course for me, really. That's what I do that messes me up with trying to do these, is I will start on something and then forget I'm supposed to only be recording it, and maybe it'll be I'm just going to do a little bit of progress off camera. It's nothing major. It's nothing major. Okay, I've done a lot of progress off camera, but surely it's nothing major. I've done everything off camera. Or almost everything off camera. Oops. Like, I started building a museum on the Infinity Craft server because we're playing modded this time around. Which, I'll be honest, I'm personally not that into, but other people seem to be enjoying it. I'm just kind of rolling with it. The mod pack isn't a bad one. I'm weird compared to some people. I seem to prefer vanilla. Yeah, I really like this area. I need to go caving, so I need to get some torches. Let me go get the copper cooked up. Ah, pumpkins, yes. I prefer vanilla or mostly vanilla, and it is. We're doing a create adventure, so it's heavy modded. And it's fun, but it makes me very much struggle unless I have a specified goal. I'm struggling to have anything to do because there's nothing I really want to deal with because it's all modded. It's a weird thing. It's nothing too major though. It's not going to ruin everything for me. I've made a lot of progress. We're basically ready to go into the end of the 3 of us. I might try and just do that with us this weekend or next weekend if everybody's ready. So one thing that had me excited for this update, well, not this update, but I think it was the update before that, before this one, but I only just got to it, is the copper tools. I want to tinker around with those. I also got copper armor. From my understanding, and this is just from my understanding, it's basically between stone and iron. So I don't know what it can and can't do. It can't one-shot a creeper, but most things can't. And that's fine. Not everything has to one-shot a creeper. Everything should, but not everything has to. Things are allowed to be inferior. Alright. What's the speed? That's not bad. Alright, let's get back to this. As soon as I have the torches, we're going mining. So that we can go from copper to iron. I need to look up the mining power of copper. I think it's the same as stone when it comes to what it can mine. Like, I don't think you can mine diamond with copper. I think it will do iron, maybe gold, probably not gold. There are probably people watching this who already know the answer to that because they've either done it themselves, read the patch notes, or watched someone else do it. I have done none of those things. The best I normally do is watch Exumavoid explain. And I don't think I've done any of that for the last 2 updates. Because I've started getting a bit meh about the game drops. Not that what they're bringing is meh, it's more the speed they're bringing them. It feels like they're coming faster than they used to. And so there's a bit of... it could be wrong. It could just be a perception thing. When that breaks, we'll swap to that. Which it'll break on 1 or 2 logs. Vote now in the comments section. I say it did 5. If you guessed 5, bravo. I'd say, you should take up this or that, but honestly, the only joke I could make is you should take up gambling, and I don't suggest gambling to anyone, so that joke doesn't really go anywhere. I mean, if I had tooltips on and saw the exact durability number, then it would be much more of a gamble. That was just a guess by how much of the health bar was there. Actually, I think it'd be much less of a gamble. Because I think without unbreaking, it's guaranteed to use up durability. Where with unbreaking gives a percentage chance to not use durability? Or is there always a percent chance to not use durability and unbreaking just increases that? I don't remember. And now I feel silly. Because I should remember. It's a very simple thing. And look at that. I didn't say anything here, so... Recording Jane back. So yeah, we went over here to go get some mining done. I've got some torches, I've got some stuff, and I don't know why I lit that up. I mean, I guess in hindsight it keeps stuff from spawning near there, but still. It was like, look at it and just go, torch. So yeah, I saw this opening, and I normally strip mine. I normally would have just dug down, but I figured I've seen a lot of people do the caving style, and I figured I'd go ahead and give it a go. And how bad could it be? Just light everything up, gather any surface ores and anything else that's needed, kill what mobs I need to, and get out of there. Nothing could ever go wrong with this. Just some nice quick gathering of some iron and other materials. And oh wait, what's no? Oh right. That's the downfall with caving. When you're not used to it, it does catch you a bit off. When you're used to it, it's fine. Maybe that's something I'll work on. Get used to caving. I mean, once I gear up a bit more, it won't be such an issue. I just don't normally cave this early game. I normally go down, strip mine till I have everything I need, and then go from there. But you burn through a lot of material doing that. What would be great for stuff like this is something I've seen in modded, but definitely is not in vanilla. But also, I should stick a door there. I would think I'll do that in a bit. It would make sense in vanilla. It barely would make sense in modded. And that's the ability to fire torches. Because like over there where that needs lit up, one of the mod packs I tinkered around with solo for a bit gives the ability to, using a slingshot, fire torches like an arrow. But, like, it doesn't actually make sense from a mechanical perspective to me, which is why I don't think it would ever make sense. It's much more just a convenience factor of going, I need to light stuff up over there so stuff doesn't spawn. What if I fire lights over there? Though, you could kind of do something like that-ish. Flying machine and glowstone, sea lanterns, frog lights, any of those. That would, in theory, I mean, it would have to have something to run into. And if you're at the point where you're building redstone flying machines to light things up, you are probably kitted out well enough that you could just go over there and light them up. But mechanically speaking, it would work. Maybe that's something we'll tinker with later in this world. Just get down into a cave system. Oh! Depending on where you're starting from. Imagine flying machines that fly straight down and straight up. And then if you could get vantage points in the ceiling, you could fire them down into the deep dark. So you could light up the whole deep dark without being in danger of a warden. I say a hole, there's going to be still dark spots, and you don't really need to light it up because nothing's going to spawn there except the warden. So, I'm merely talking mechanical. Is my brain just hypothesizing ideas? Ah! That's the greatest danger to Minecraft playthroughs. The baby zombie. If I want to go doing anything other than caving for diamonds, I need to make sure to go the opposite direction. Unless I want to deal with the deep dark. I mean, that's just deep dark. That's not guaranteeing ancient city, so it might not be that bad. Although the biome we're in, I believe, is the type of biome that the ancient cities can spawn in. I just don't have any way to check it without going down there myself at the moment. I didn't put any of my normal client-side mods or plugins on for this first one. If I get the video out, that'll be my reward to myself for episode 2, is I can have stuff like Tweakaroo and whatnot. It's my incentive to actually finish this. I want my plugins, I want my mods. Well, if you want those, you're going to finish the job. Second or third time into the caves, out of torches, we retreat until we have more torches. But overall, good haul. We've got some iron, we've got much more copper than we'll ever need. But one interesting thing of note, with the ability to get copper tools and not doing strip mining combined, I don't have that much cobble. I have a lot of copper, but I don't feel as necessary to keep cobble around. I'm undecided if that's a good or bad thing. Ooh, 27. At the moment, we'll just call it a thing. Ooh, I can upgrade my armor. Nice. Well, we'll go on to day, I think it's 11. Yeah, we'll be on day 11 when we wake up. Alright, so we've done a fair bit off camera. My continual bad habit, although this one less bad. I did a little bit more mining than what was shown. Not much, but, 3 diamonds worth. But what I did a lot of is, because I work, and I work from home, I made a bunch of fishing rods and basically just parked myself here and fished in my free time. Well, I started here, and then I started fishing from right here, so I could get this nice empty spot right there. This allowed me to grow up a bunch of crops and get a bunch of stuff going. So, let me put that rod there. means I'm kind of set on food and set on saddles and other stuff. I've got a few books. I'll probably do this a bit more, just to idle some more books until I get villager set up, which shouldn't take me long. I've got a decent amount of iron now. I'm in full iron. I've got full iron tools. I want to move up to diamond soon, but I think now, I got my cows set up. Not many. Slowly breeding them up. I brought 2 over. I'm just trying to get the rest of them bred up. So, did a bit of progression off camera, but it's also stuff that even if I recorded it would likely have been edited out. Because I don't think there's anybody who wants to just watch me sit there and fish for hours. Made a nice little quick compost thing. The current goal or plan I need to work on. Oh, I got a horse. The horse itself isn't that slow, but it's incapable of jumping out of a hole. We'll figure something out to do with him later. We've got a few villagers trapped. Oh, I can get rid of that. So that one, that one, that one. Sorry, that one, and that one. So we got 4. 5. So what I could do, if I took the time, is I could set up I could use 3 of them to create an underground mob farm. Well, not mob farm, iron farm. I keep meaning to make a chicken thing. I just need to get more eggs. We're going to do a secondary scouting run. Basically, I don't think I want to do... I mean, I could do them up there. That might be a better shout. We're just going to do a really quick double check over here. I'm going to build on both sides. It's just a matter of how soon. I might wait till I have an elytra. I'm not in a massive rush to go to the nether or go to the end. That said, it would also be nice. I distinctly remember this not being as... I don't think I showed it on camera, but I distinctly don't remember it being as good as I thought it would be. And there's a trident guy. Oh, ow. If I can get him close enough to shore, I can deal with him. I'll worry about him later. Yeah, so this ground's a bit choppy. But that looks better. Let's go take a look. We're about as far as I need to get from things. Ooh, I kind of like that cave. We're almost 2 weeks from when I created this world, and I've not done... Yes, this is about what I was thinking of. This is nice and flat. Well, minus holes like that. I don't know why I'd place that there, but oh well. And yeah, we got that nice snow to the side. And it does carry on. Cool. So yeah. I think over here might be a good spot to build some stuff. But I think for now, just to save moving villagers around in the immediate future, I need sheep. So, I'm thinking what I could do is I could get one of my normal underground iron farms just because they're quicker to put together than any other. I just need, I think, 10 or 14 glass and a hopper and some chests and a bucket of lava. All of those fairly easy to come by. Everything else that you get, you can basically get digging out the spot for it, because like you need some slabs, I've got name tags, so I can easily get a zombie or something. You just have to put it, I think it's 10 or more blocks underground. But if we do it up there, that shouldn't be that hard. And I can put the villagers in boats to move them around. I also want to get a villager breeder going so I can start getting a trading center. And I think that's what I'll do over here, is over here will be like villager logistics. I could build my base over there. But over here, I could do the simple stuff of throwing, oh yeah, an entrance down here into like a little trading area and to the iron farm. And then up here on the surface, I could level out an area and make some villager-powered crop farms. And then just a couple layers down, I could do an automated melon pumpkin farm. And then I've got all of my villager stuff sorted. Alright, I need to get some torches and get to digging. I don't think this will be something we complete in one episode. I think this will be something that we complete in episode 2 or 3, but we'll see what we can get done. I'm probably going to do the initial bit of this off camera, just because it's going to be a lot of dry digging. It'd be something that'd be better off streamed if this world had already been out. As I've done nothing yet, I feel like going, oh yeah, I'm going to stream this would be a terrible idea. But once this world is actually established, that's not the worst idea. I might, when I have a long project like this, stream it on YouTube and then upload the video of everything put together. Don't expect there to be many comments on this. I don't expect there to be much other than probably negative criticism. But if anybody thinks it's a great or terrible idea, please let me know. So yeah, we'll do the entrance down here. I need a shovel. And I need to create like a path. I'm tempted to do it out of cobble, just because it's cheap, but I also kind of want it to last a while. Maybe I could do it out of wood. I could do it out of spruce. I have plenty of spruce. Anyways, I'll get the start of this done off camera, and we'll be back when I have something a little more substantial. Okay, I think we've hit a fairly solid stopping point for the episode. I've got some spruce trees growing here. I've got a little mine shaft at the moment. So what we got in here, we've got a little furnace set up. I'll probably do something more with this later. And then everything from here out is just kind of, it's simple. This is still under some work, but is a villager breeder. Once I've got enough villagers that I no longer feel the need to have a breeder, I will just turn this into a potato farm. But at the moment, the babies are made. Run through there. That was actually perfect timing. Drop down into that water. And then because I just don't want to deal with it, the water takes them all the way under the floor and to a staircase that goes up to here. And because mobs always like to climb up, they end up waiting at the top of this, which I then use boats to pull them out. I've got some starting stuff, hence you can see I've got some diamond gear at this point, because I started out doing just fletching trades, but I've slowly worked up to get like diamond, tools, weapons, etc., armor. And then I hit a point where I needed iron. So I built my favorite type of iron farm. It's a very simple one. The tutorial that I always follow, I don't know if they're the person who originally created it, but it's the one that I follow, and it's how I remember it, and it's by Voltrox. And it's an easy underground farm. You just have to dig out deep enough, wide enough, and then a zombie can get in here without causing any problems. So a zombie, let me drop slabs down. There we go. A zombie goes into this slot here, and he can and he can see the villagers, and then they have 3 beds and then room over there. I give them a little room back there so that, because that's just far enough for their panic to not be going on, so they have a chance to like calm down. Otherwise, they're just perpetually scared. They don't need that. The farm doesn't call for that. I put that in there because I don't know. I've seen these farms break occasionally for weird reasons, and I don't know what breaks them. So that's just me covering my butt. But you can see it churns out fairly consistent iron. And it's only 3 wide. So with a block, it just needs a block of space. So really it's 5 wide, but it just needs a block of space. So I could put another one here, give it a block of space, and then another one here, and fit it all within my 12 block slice without much of an issue. And then just have all of this iron fed to there. But then I'm using that iron to trade with these guys. And so I kind of pulled these out partially to take the chunk out of the wall and add more stations, and partially because I'm just debating. I've got another name tag, and I'm just debating adding a second slice. I might do that off camera. I'm not in a massive hurry. We're already in a really good spot. But, yeah, I think we're at a good stopping point. I did go out on a run because I needed lava. And on that run, there was another village just over that way. Literally not that far away. I might be able to see it if I go up here. And it had crops, so I was able to steal some carrots. So now I have all of the staples. I know you can see that village, the village I'm at from that village. I just don't know if you can the other way. Mainly because of the trees. It's high enough up that you can kind of see the corner. But yeah, it's literally just over on the other side of those trees. So that was useful. I don't think I'm going to harass those villagers as bad as the ones I've got here, unless I decide I want to build something over there too. I'm not in a hurry to. Realistically, I can use boats and happy ghasts once I get a happy ghast to relocate villagers anywhere I need. So I don't need to pillage any other areas. So, next episode, the goal will be give myself a bit more of a starting living space, which will probably be in here. I didn't want to go dwarf, but it's working really well, and I'm kind of vibing with it. So we'll probably give us a chute that goes down into the lower mines and give myself a living space. And then we'll keep this. This won't be the final place. This won't be the main base. This is just going to be where we're kind of operating out of the start. Once we're geared up, we'll probably build a place over there. And I also want to build something up there. So, I mean, we got a lot of stuff that we're going to work on. I don't want to cement all of my plans too early. So yeah, thank anybody who decided to sit through and watch this. Sorry for the jumbled audio of some in post and some not in post. This is recorded in footage, like, hi, this is me. instead of in post, but it's being recorded after everything else has been edited. So it's been a fun jumbled mess, probably the most chaotic edit I've done in a while, but it's what happens when you're trying to just jumble everything and you decide that you want to do all of this. Literally, today's Christmas Day. I just wanted to get it done so I can get it edited, get a thumbnail, and try and get it on my channel by the 26th. And use that as my drive to try and get the next episode out by the end of the following week. So hold me accountable. If you don't see something on the channel on the 2nd of January, I'm slipping, I'm messing up, scold me in the comments. Do it. Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you like this, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here, go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm also surprised you made it here, so welcome. Until next time, you guys have fun. I'll see you later. Bye.